these are my two personal self-defense weapons. My secondary weapon is this Colt. This is a Colt Cobra 38 Special. I purchased this gun about 25 or 30 years ago in a pawn shop. And it's a great gun. I love this gun. It's a 6-shooter. I use the hollow point bullets for self-defense, because when the hollow point hits something, it spreads out and it stops there. It doesn't penetrate. With when you're in an environment where the bullets could go through a wall and hit someone else or hit someone behind your target, hollow points are a lot safer to use because they hit the target and they stay in the target. They don't penetrate through walls and people. As I said, this is a 6-shooter. It is a double action, single double action gun. Weighs about 16 ounces. This is my newer gun. It weighs the same. This is a Ruger LCR. It is a 5-shooter. This is a 357 Magnum. What I like about the 357 Magnum, it's a much larger bullet, a lot of stopping power, but it also will shoot 38s. I actually have 38 specials in it right now. These are hollow points again. But this is a 357 Magnum. It's a 5-shooter. I also have the Crimson Trace laser pointer on it, which I really love. This gun weighs the same as my Colt Cobra, but it is, because it's a 5-shooter, it does have a much thinner profile. It's a lot easier to carry concealed, and of course, like I said, it is a 357 Magnum, which means that it carries larger cartridges. Most people prefer a semi-automatic when it comes to personal self-defense pistols, and that's perfectly fine. The semi-automatics offer the advantage of holding a whole lot more cartridges. Personally, I like revolvers, and the reason I like revolvers is they're a lot simpler to operate. You just point and shoot, and if you have a semi-automatic, if you have a misfire, you've got to get the cartridge out of the chamber before you can fire the next round, which can be in a touchy situation, that can be a great disadvantage. With a revolver, if you have a misfire, you just pull the trigger again, the next cartridge is right up ready to shoot. This Ruger, by the way, is I mentioned the Colt is a double action, single action. This is the single action mode. This is the double action mode. The Ruger is a double action only. You see there's no hammer here, and that does have the advantage of when you have this, when you're pulling this out of your pants or out of your pocket, or if you shoot this inside your jacket, you don't have a trigger to hang up on something. And again, you can see the profile. The Ruger has a much slimmer profile, even though it carries 357 Magnum, which is a much larger cartridge. It is slimmer, which is a great advantage if you are carrying concealed. I mentioned the advantages of the semi-automatic pistols as opposed to the revolvers. The other advantage I forgot to mention about the semi-automatics is, of course, not only do they hold more cartridges, but they are also easier to reload. You just slap the new clip into the gun. Just drop the clip, slap a new one in. Revolvers take a little longer to reload, and that's why they have these speed loaders. And I recommend that you always carry a speed loader, and with a speed loader you just drop them all in just like that, and you can reload almost as fast as you can with a semi-automatic. Here's the holster that I use for my Ruger. I just received this holster a week or so ago. I'm breaking it in right now. This is from Crossbreed holsters, and this is their best holster, which is a SuperTuck Deluxe, and it's made, this one is made specially for the Ruger LCR. Called a SuperTuck because you can tuck your shirt in this space here, and you can completely conceal this gun. And this is a very comfortable, I really like this holster. I've tried a lot of holsters, and let's face it, carrying concealed is a pain in the butt. So it's important to get the right holster so you can carry this thing comfortably. The SuperTuck Deluxe is the adjustable in the ride depth. You can see you can move these and make the gun ride deeper in your pants where it's more concealed, or you can have it ride high. I have it riding high where it's less concealed, but it's easier to get to. You can also, by turning these, you can also adjust the cant or the angle. You can have it more upright, or you can adjust the angle more by adjusting these. I really like this holster. It's very comfortable, and I'll show it to you in just a minute. I will mention also that the SuperTuck Deluxe comes with an option of the horse hide for $15 extra, or just regular cow hide. And the horse hide is recommended in a high moisture environment. And I went ahead and ordered the horse hide option because I live in a hot climate, and during the summer we rarely, if ever, use the air conditioner. And I do sweat a lot. And this holster, in the summertime, this holster rides right on my skin. So I went with the $15 extra horse hide option. This is where I carry my SuperTuck Deluxe. I like mine riding a little high, and the reason for that is because of my build. I don't have a thin waist, so because of my build, when I carry it up here, the weight of the gun is actually riding on my iliac crest here, or the pelvic crest here, so the weight of the gun is not pulling my pants down so much. So my gun is actually riding higher. I can't adjust this to ride deeper in the pants, but I found that when it rides deeper in the pants, it's hard to draw. When it's up like this, it's harder to conceal, but you can, as I will show you in just a minute, you can conceal this gun easily with this holster. Anytime you're carrying concealed, it is easier to conceal when your clothes are loose fitting, and also it is a lot easier to conceal and draw your gun if you wear shirts with the shirt tail out. And that's the reason you see a lot of people who are carrying concealed will wear their shirts out. But they call this the SuperTuck for a reason, and that is it is made to tuck your shirt tail around it, and I'll demonstrate that now. And like I said, carrying concealed is a pain in the butt. So, but that's just something you just have to learn to put up with, and get a good holster, and try to make it as comfortable as you can. I have found though with this holster, when I get used to it, I forget that I'm wearing it. I can sit down wearing it in this position. I can sit down without it pressing on anything. I can lie down. I can lie down and take a nap or something lying right on this gun, and it doesn't bother me at all. This is really a very comfortable holster. When you have your shirt tucked in like this, of course it is harder to draw. You just have to, I've seen people pull the shirt out this way and then draw. You can pull your shirt tail out this way and draw, but it's just you're not going to draw as fast carrying concealed probably as you would if you could open carry. But for a lot of us, open carry is just not an option. I'll also mention that, of course, I do have the endorsement to carry concealed. I live in Missouri. I had to take a gun class that took all day Saturday gun course, and then I had to have a background check and get the endorsement, and so of course I did that. And most states in the union do reciprocate, and my Missouri endorsement allows me to carry concealed in 36 states of the union. I do recommend, if you are going to own a gun, I recommend that you really know how to use it. And even if you've had experience with guns, I still recommend that you take the gun safety class. As a matter of fact, I have taken not only the class that was required for the endorsement, but I have also taken a more advanced class, which was not required, but I took the advanced class just because I wanted to learn how to use my firearms most effectively, and of course most importantly, I wanted to learn how to be as safe as you can possibly be, and be as responsible and be a responsible citizen with your firearm. Carrying concealed is a huge responsibility, and it's something that you take seriously. And of course they cover all this stuff in the classes, and so I'm not going to go over all this stuff now, but I just recommend that you do get the endorsement for your state, and that you take every gun class that you can afford to take, because you can't learn too much. You're talking about life and death situation here, and so it is impossible to learn or to know too much. This is Survival Doc, reminding you, be prepared, or be prepared to be fleeced.